Morning, everyone. Hi. I am sitting here in my pajamas. Didn't anticipate doing this right now, but I was just doing my quiet sitting practice this morning, and the idea came into my head that this would be a good thing to do. So before I talked myself out of it, I have decided to do this, and I'm a bit wonky, so I'm just going to straighten my phone. So I didn't go up and change out of my pajamas, because if I'd done that by the time I'd finished, I would have completely talked myself out of the idea of going live on my personal Facebook as opposed to my private group, which feels a little bit more scary doing this. So anyway, what I'm come to talk about this morning and to do with you is stress levels might be up a little bit at the moment. Mine certainly have been quite considerably in the last couple of weeks. In the last fortnight, I've become a full-time homeschooling, homeworking single mum, which in itself is quite stressful without the added stress of what is actually happening and why that has all happened. So yeah, life is pretty stressful for us all at the moment, I think. And well, I don't think, I know, I can see what you're all posting and how everyone's feeling. And you know, I'm really stressed, and I think everyone is. So what I wanted to do now was talk a little bit about how we can calm ourselves when stress is rising, because stress isn't a good place for us to be living. It's not a good state to live in, particularly when with what's going on. The more you can get your stress levels down and ground yourself and calm yourself when you feel your stress levels rising, the more resilience you're going to have to what is happening to this virus. Stress lowers, it affects the immune system, and so it makes us more vulnerable to picking up illnesses. So the more we can reduce stress, the better chance we've got of staying well. So this isn't going to be a long lecture about stress, because what I want to do is give you a brief breathing practice and quietness practice to calm you down, to give you something that you can do to quieten your the noise in your head and your stress, and to relax your body and to just calm and soothe everything. So all it is sitting and breathing. Okay, and we can all do that. We're all doing that much of the time anyway, but if we do it with a little bit more awareness, become a bit more connected to your body, connected to your breath, and consciously slow your breath down, then you can calm yourself. Anyone who knows me will know I'm quite a naturally high anxiety, stress, energy kind of person at the best of times. I'm quite prone to anxiety and stress, and this is why I need yoga and breathing. And I know that it helps, because if it can keep me calm, honestly, it can keep anyone calm. I'm like close to basket case much of the time. And this does help me. So you see, I'm sitting on the floor. I'm sitting in a cross-legged position. You don't have to do that if that's not comfortable for you. It doesn't, you know, you don't. If you're going to sit on the floor, you don't have to have your knees close to the floor like mine are. You can sit, you know, with your knees up like that, or you can sit on a hard back chair. I wouldn't recommend sitting on a sofa because, or on your bed, because you want to have your back as straight as possible, so that you can have as much of your lungs available to you to breathe as deeply as possible. So when you sit on a sofa, you end up slouching, you know, your back curves, and you lose lung capacity when you're slouching. So try and sit up as straight as you can. Make sure that your back is nice and straight now. Have your shoulders down. Have your head up, your neck straight, your head up, and your chin should be pretty much parallel to the floor. Okay, and then we're just going to do a little bit of loosening of the shoulders, just to get the shoulders nice and relaxed before we start. So circling your shoulders, and then the other way. Okay, so just loosening up the shoulders, maybe lifting them up and down a little, and shake the arms a bit, just to relax the tension in your upper body. Okay, and then we're going to bring the hands into a posture called a yoga mudra. So you're going to bring your fingers interlocking, and the right finger is dominant, so that is the right finger. Bring your thumbs to touch gently, and then drop the hands down into your lap. Okay, and relax your shoulders. And now if you feel comfortable to, you can close your eyes. If you don't want to close your eyes, just lower your gaze and just relax the gaze, so you're looking but not staring at something maybe on the floor or on the wall. And then just begin to notice your breath. So you're not trying to control your breath, you're just becoming aware of the fact that you're breathing. We don't tend to notice the breath that much most of the time. We only think about it when we have a problem with it generally. So let's just take a moment to really notice the fact that you're breathing. Notice each inhalation as it fills your lungs. And notice the exhalation as you empty and relax. Feel the air moving through the nostrils, up through the nose, down through the windpipe and into your lungs. And as you breathe out, feel the lungs emptying, feel that air moving up through the windpipe, down through the nose and back out of the nostrils. Noticing sounds of your breath, noticing the sensation around the nose, in the lungs, and noticing the quality of each breath. So is it fast or slow? Is it shallow or deep? Are your breaths equal in length, or are they a little more erratic? And there's no right way to be doing this right now. This isn't about breathing a particular way. This is about noticing how you're breathing right now. Checking into where you are in this moment. And it doesn't matter if your breathing has changed, because now in this moment, how are you breathing? Notice what's happening in the body. So notice where in your body is moving as you breathe in, which parts of the lungs are expanding as you fill them with air. And what's happening as you breathe out? Where can you feel that release, that emptying? Keep your mind focused onto the breath. You may well find that your mind is wandering. Doesn't want to listen to me, doesn't want to pay attention to your breath. And that's fine. Whenever you notice that that's happening, just let go of the thoughts that are filling your head and come back to your breath. You can always return to your breath whenever life feels overwhelming. Focusing on the breath for even a few seconds can bring you back into this moment in time. So now we're going to see if we can slow the breath down a little. So we're going to aim for 6 seconds on the inhalation and the exhalation. If you can't get to that yet, that's okay. It might take practice to expand your lung capacity and get your body working differently. If you can't reach 6, go to your comfortable maximum inhalation and then exhale for the same amount of time. So if you can breathe in for 4, you breathe out for 4. And then we're going to keep focusing on your breath. So maybe you're counting the breath, counting the length of the breath. Maybe you're focusing on the sound of the breath moving in and out through the nostrils. However works for you to keep your attention on the breath. And if you find that your mind is wandering lots, that is absolutely fine. It doesn't mean you can't do this. It doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It doesn't mean you're not benefiting from this practice. Just let go of the thoughts when you notice them and come back to your breath. Now we'll sit quietly just for a minute or two, and I'll come back in a little while to finish the practice. Okay, coming back to your body now, taking a deep breath. Do your fingers, your toes, give your shoulders a little shake. And gently rock your head from side to side. And then open your eyes. And take in another deep breath. And smile. And I hope that you found that helpful. That is something that you can turn to at any time of day when you feel anxiety rising, when you're feeling a little bit stressed, if you feel a bit overwhelmed, not quite sure what to do next, then it helps to just bring you into the moment, let go of the tension, calm the nervous system, take you out of the stress response and bring you into that relaxation response that really we need to try and find as much as possible now. We are living in challenging times, to say the least, and living in constant stress and anxiety isn't going to do anybody any good. It isn't going to help you. So try and relax. Do try and relax as much as you can. You've always got your breath. You know, you don't have to look outside of yourself. You've got it right there. So keep breathing, and yeah, reach out if you need someone to talk to. I am thoroughly enjoying the fact that this means I'm connecting. I'm actually contacting a few more people now. We're having a few more conversations, and video calling I think is going to keep us all sane. So if you do fancy a natter, let me know, and I'll speak to you soon. Love you loads. Bye bye everyone.